Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They go play action here on first down. And Hill with it over the middle. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down, 8. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They try again with Lewis. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
Brady. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
As you and I know from visiting a lot of camps, no one practices this type of a start, do they?
Especially not on the road. You give up the touchdown on the opening drive. Now there's likely a 3-and-out on your first possession.
Yeah, you throw that incompletion there. You hate to fall into a hole early, especially on the road. Got to be careful.
This is taken around the 12. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Well, before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Smith now to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long. It's Smith. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Patriots take over. The runner-up New England Patriots offense back onto the field. I wanted to get your thoughts on the offense for this crew as they go into 2018. How do they stack up, Charles?
Typically, New England, pretty darn stable. One of the goals going into the offseason was to try and hold on to running back Dion Lewis, because coupled with James White, that's a heck of a tandem. Of course, the big fella, Gronk. You know, you find him another all-pro year in 2017. And remember, before 2017 began, they picked up Brandon Cooks in a trade at wide receiver. That paid off in a big way. He had his 3rd straight 1,000-yard season in the NFL. And then, of course, there's Danny Amendola, Chris Hogan, and they expect to get back Julian Edelman for all of 2018, coming off of a knee injury.
Easy, okay.
From midfield, here's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. The familiar refrain, Brady to Gronk for the New England first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Brady gives this one to Lewis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses. And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
Getting all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And the D looking like they may blitz. On 1st and 10, Smith. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down deep into Patriot territory. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And Howland Sink was the quarterback in his center on that play. They saw the blitz. made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So the ball that time in the hands of who wound up being the NFL's rushing leader this season. Now, maybe a little help from Le'Veon Bell and also Todd Gurley sitting out their finales, but still a spectacular season for Hunt.
You're going to throw cold water on the man, just like that.
I said a spectacular season for Kareem Hunt.
Okay, let's accentuate the positive. A third-round rookie out of Toledo led the league in rushing as a rookie. That is cause for celebration, not just in Kansas City, but across the league when you see these guys get their opportunities. And not only did he run it well, he caught it well, and he sparked Kansas City to a 5-0 start to the season and eventually to the playoffs.
Yeah, bright future for him. Total yardage on the ground, 1327, and 11 total touchdowns for Hunt this year. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there, punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. It's caught left side by Cooks. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Brandon Cooks. 63 yards, and the Patriots have cut it back within a score.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Back onto the field come the Kansas City Chiefs. As they look back to this last year, disappointment ultimately in how the season ended, Charles, no doubt. It was a weird year, though. The great start, the weird middle, and then the strong end.
And every team in the NFL documents their season with a year-end, video, movie about the season. This is going to be a tale of 3 seasons for the Kansas City Chiefs, isn't it?
Yeah.
How about the start? Remember opening night in Foxborough, beating the defending Super Bowl champs? I mean, they went on the road and took out the Patriots with Tom Brady, and that got them up to a 5-0 start. And then they hit the middle section.
Yeah, that 1-6 stretch.
I mean, that was a tough one. It was hard to believe because we watched it unfold, but we kept saying, they'll get it back together. And they did. Down the stretch, 4-0, winning by almost an average of 12 points per game that propelled them to the AFC West title.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run in. And their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Smith throwing again. They're going deep for Hill. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. Back to the Super Bowl February 5th.
Certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, the MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. It really...
29-yard line brought down there. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. Instead of the running back,
James White.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Peyton NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief. $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends. Also,
and he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The first throw now for the backup Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
No. Check. Patriot. Blue, land it. Watch it now, Barney. Back that up, Philly. Here we go.
Here's Mahomes, his first throw since coming in. And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And where did this one go out? They run. This is Lewis. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Brandon Cooks. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Spins past it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On first down, Smith. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Finding room at the 30. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. 38 yards on the scamper there.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. To throw on second down is Smith. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That catch good for 5. It's third down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Throwing on third down, Smith. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will tie things at 17 all. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now a play fake. Brady. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
There was no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way they made the play. Came across and knocked it away.
New England on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. Throwing is Brady on third down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Ryan Allen now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah. Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run now with Ware. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
They run again with Ware. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the kick by Butker is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brady now on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. That'll bring up second down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On play action, now Brady. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. The final shot before half for Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Patriot, Darrelle Revis. That's it for the first half. 2 more. Well, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get them right to quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and Lewis lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. D. Ford from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Sack. Quarterback gets hit.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Going underneath for Lewis. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. Looking deep now for Amendola. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 27. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They run again with Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On the toss, there goes West. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. This is Lewis. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Throwing now is Brady.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Shotgun now for Brady. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw on 3rd down. Brady. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Brady connecting with Cooks for the Patriot first down. We're back now in KC.
Check
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Shift together here from the D-line. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They give him a gain of 37. They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Dion Lewis taking it in from a yard out. And the Patriots are back within a score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, that's West. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. Play clock winding down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. On play action, it's Brady. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On third down, Brady. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Brady got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. They'll run again with Hunt, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Smith. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So a big one there is that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what
You think
there.
that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Back to throw, Brady. He gets it to Cooks. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Brady to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And the wideout in motion. Now Brady. And the pressure gets to him again. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Brady. And he's going to go down again. Tomahawk in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. Throwing is Smith. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Smith. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. On first down, Brady. Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, here's Brady. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 37, and that will